Adam, Sheth, Enosh, Kenan, Mahalaleel, Jared, Hanok, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The sons of Japheth, Gomer and Magog and Madai and Javan and Tubal and Meshech and Tiras. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz and Riphath and Togarmah. And the sons of Javan, Elisha and Tarshish, Kittim and Dodanim. The sons of Ham, Cush and Mizraim, Put and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba and Havilah and Sabta and Ramah and Sabteca. And the sons of Ramah, Sheba and Dedan. And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be mighty upon the earth. And Mizraim begot Ludim, and Anamim, and Lahabim, and Naphtuhim, and Pathrusim, and Cassim, of whom came the Philistines, and Caphtorim. And Canaan begot Zidon his firstborn, and Het, the Jebusite also, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite. The sons of Shem, Elam, and Ashur, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram, and Uzi, and Hul, and Gether, and Meshech. And Arphaxad begot Shelah, and Shelah begot Eber. And unto Eber were born 2 sons. The name of the one was Peleg, because in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begot Almadad, and Sheleph, and Hazamaveth, and Jerah, Hadaram also, and Uzal, and Diklah, and Ebel, and Abimael, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Shem, Arphaxad, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Ru, Serug, Nahor, Terah, Abram. The same as Abraham. The sons of Abraham, Isaac and Ishmael. These are their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebajoth. Then Kedar and Adbeel and Mibsam, Mishma and Duma, Massa, Hadad and Tema, Jetur, Naphish, and Kedemah. These are the sons of Ishmael. Now the sons of Keturah, Abraham's concubine. She bare Zimran and Jokshan and Medan and Midian and Ishbak and Shua. And the sons of Jokshan, Sheba and Dedan. And the sons of Midian, Ephah and Epher and Hanok and Abidah and Eldah. All these are the sons of Keturah. And Abraham begot Isaac. The sons of Isaac, Esau and Israel. The sons of Esau, Eliphaz, Ruel and Jush and Jalam and Korah. The sons of Eliphaz, Taman and Omar, Zephi and Gadim, Kenas and Timnah and Amalek. The sons of Ruel, Nath, Zerah, Shammah and Mizah. And the sons of Seir, Lotan and Shobal and Zibeon and Anna and Dishan and Ezer and Dishan. And the sons of Lotan, Hori and Homam. And Timnah was Lotan's sister. The sons of Shobal, Alian and Manahath, and Ebel, Shephi and Onam. And the sons of Zibeon, Aiah and Anna. The sons of Anna, Dishan. And the sons of Dishan, Amram and Eshban and Ithran and Cheran. The sons of Ezer, Bilhan and Zavin and Jachin. The sons of Dishan, Uzi and Aaron. Now these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the children of Israel. Bela the son of Beer, and the name of his city was Dinhabah. And when Bela was dead, Jobab the son of Zerah of Basra reigned in his stead. And when Jobab was dead, Husham of the land of Temani reigned in his stead. And when Husham was dead, Hadad the son of Bedad, which smote Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Avith. And when Hadad was dead, Samlah of Misreka reigned in his stead. And when Samlah was dead, Shaul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. And when Shaul was dead, Baal-Hanan the son of Achbor reigned in his stead. And when Baal-Hanan was dead, Hadad reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Pau. And his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezahab. Hadad died also. And the dukes of Edom were Duke Timnah, Duke Uliah, Duke Jetheth, Duke Ahalabama, Duke Elah, Duke Pinion, Duke Kenas, Duke Taman, Duke Mibzar, Duke Magdiel, Duke Iram. These are the dukes of Edom. These are the sons of Israel, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar and Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, and Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. The sons of Judah, Er and Onan and Shelah, which 3 were born unto him of the daughter of Shua, the Canaanitess. And Er, the firstborn of Judah, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and he slew him. And Tamar his daughter-in-law bare him Pharez and Zara. All the sons of Judah were 5. The sons of Pharez, Hezron and Hamel. And the sons of Zara, Zimri and Ethan and Heman and Calcol and Dara, 5 of them in all. And the sons of Carmi, Achar, the troubler of Israel, who transgressed in the thing accursed. And the sons of Ethan, Azariah. The sons also of Hezron, that were born unto him, Jerahmeel, and Ram, and Caleb. And Ram begot Amminadab, and Amminadab begot Nahshon, prince of the children of Judah. Nahshon begot Salma, and Salma begot Boaz, and Boaz begot Obed, and Obed begot Jesse. And Jesse begot his firstborn Eliab, and Abinadab the second, and Shimei the third, Nethaneel the fourth, Radai the fifth, Ozem the sixth, David the seventh, whose sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail. And the three sons of Zeruiah, Abishai and Joab and Asahel, and Abigail bare Amasa. And the father of Amasa was Jether the Ishmaelite. Caleb the son of Hezron begot children of Azubah his wife, and of Jerioth. Her sons are these, Jesher and Shobab, and Arden. And when Azubah was dead, Caleb took unto him Ephrath, which bare him her. And her begot Uri, and Uri begot Bezaleel. Afterward Hezron went in to the daughter of Machir, the father of Gilead, whom he married when he was 80 years old, and she bare him Segub. And Segub begot Jair, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. And he took Ashur and Aram, the towns of Jair, from them, with Kenath, and the towns thereof, even 80 cities. All these belonged to the sons of Machir, the father of Gilead. And after that Hezron was dead in Caleb-Ephratah, then Abiah Hezron's wife bare him Asher, the father Tekoa. The sons of Jerahmeel the firstborn of Hezron were Ram the firstborn, and Bunah, and Oren, and Ozem, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had also another wife, whose name was Adarah. She was the mother of Onam. And the sons of Ram the firstborn of Jerahmeel were Maz, and Jamin, and Eker. The sons of Onam were Shammai and Jada. And the sons of Shammai, Nadab and Abishur. And the name of Abishur's wife was Abihail, which bare him Abin and Malid. And the sons of Nadab, Sealed and Apaim, but Sealed died without children. And the sons of Apaim, Ishi. And the sons of Ishi, Shishon. And the children of Shishon, Aleh. And the sons of Jada the brother of Shammai, Jether and Jonathan. And Jether died without children. And the sons of Jonathan, Peleth and Zaza. These were the sons of Jerahmeel. Now Shishon had no sons, but daughters. And Shishon had a servant, an Egyptian, whose name was Jarha. And Shishon gave his daughter to Jarha, his servant, to wife, and she bare him Attai. And Attai begot Nathan, and Nathan begot Zabad, and Zabad begot Ephel, and Ephel begot Obed, and Obed begot Jehu, and Jehu begot Azariah, and Azariah begot Helez, and Helez begot Elisa, and Elisa begot Sisamai, and Sisamai begot Shallum, and Shallum begot Jechamiah, and Jechamiah begot Elishama. And the sons of Caleb the brother of Jerahmeel were Mesha his firstborn, which was the beginning of Zareth, and the sons of Mershah, Hebron. And the sons of Hebron, Korah and Tapua, and Rechem, and Shema. And Shema begot Raham, the father of Jorcom, and Rechem begot Shammai. And the son of Shammai was Maon, and Maon was the father of Bethzur. And Ehud begot Ashen, and Naaman, and Ahuzam, and Jephunneh, and Eshbal, and Bera, and Aelmeth, and Ammon. All these were the sons of Caleb. The sons of the firstborn of Ephrathah, Shobal the father of Kirjajearim, Salma the father of Bethlehem, and Harith the father of Bethgader. And Shobal the father of Kirjajearim had sons, Hero, half of the Menyahath. And the families of Kirjajearim, the Ithrites, and the Puthites, and the Shumathites, and the Mishrates. Of them came the Zeriathites and the Eshtaelites. The sons of Salma, Bethlehem, and the Netophites, Atroth Beth-Joab, and half of the Manahathites, the Zorites. And the families of the scribes which dwelt at Jabez, the Tirathites, the Shemethites, and Succothites. These are the Kenite that came of Hemath, the father of the house of Rechab. Now these were the sons of David, which were born unto him in Hebron. The firstborn Amnon, of Ahinoam the Jezreelitess. The second Daniel, of Abigail the Carmelitess. The third Absalom the son of Maacah, the daughter of Talmai king of Geshur. The fourth Adonijah, the son of Haggith. The fifth Shephatiah of Abdul. The sixth Ithream, of Eglah another wife of David. These were born unto him in Hebron. And there were 6 sons in all. And afterward he begot more sons and daughters. And these are the names of them that were born unto him in Jerusalem: Shammua, and Shobab, and Nathan, and Solomon, Ibhar also, and Elishua, and Nepheg, and Japhia, and Elishama, and Eliada, and Eliphalet. But these 9 were all born unto Bathshua the daughter of Ammiel. And afterward he begot other sons and daughters. These were all the sons of David, besides the sons of the concubines, and Tamar their sister. And Solomon's son was Rehoboam, Abijah his son, Asa his son, Jehoshaphat his son, Joram his son, Ahaziah his son, Joash his son, Amaziah his son, Azariah his son, Jotham his son, Ahaz his son, Hezekiah his son, Manasseh his son, Amon his son, Josiah his son. And the sons of Josiah were the firstborn Johanan, the second Jehoiakim, the third Zedekiah, the fourth Shallum. And the sons of Jehoiakim, Jeconiah his son, Zedekiah his son. And the sons of Jeconiah, Asur, Salathiel his son, Malchiram also, and Pedaiah, and Shenazar, Jechemiah, Hoshama, and Nedabiah. And the sons of Pedaiah were Zerubbabel and Shimi. And the sons of Zerubbabel, Meshullam and Hananiah, and Shelomith their sister, and Hashubah, and Ohel, and Berechiah, and Hasadiah, Jushabez, 5. And the sons of Hananiah, Pelatiah and Jesiah, the sons of Rephaiah, the sons of Arnan, the sons of Obadiah, the sons of Shechaniah. And the son of Shechaniah was Shemaiah. And the sons of Shemaiah, Haddish, and Igal, and Beriah, and Neariah, and Shaphat, 6. And the sons of Neariah, Elioenai, and Hezekiah, and Azrikam, 3. And the sons of Elioenai were Hodaviah, and Eliashib, and Peliah, and Akub, and Johanan, and Deliah, and Anani, 7. The sons of Judah, Pharez, Hezron, Carmi, Hur, and Shobal. And Rhea the son of Shobal begot Jahath. And Jahath begot Ahimai and Lahad. These are the families of the Zorathites. These were Etam, and Jezreel, and Ishma, and Ishwi, and Ishbah, and Shemida. These were sons of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah, the father of Bethlehem. And Ashur the father of Tekoa had 2 wives, Helah and Nerah. And Nerah bare him Ahuzam, and Hefer, and Temeni, and Hahashtari. These were the sons of Nerah. And the sons of Helah were Zerith, and Azar, and Ethnan, and Kaz. And the sons of Kaz, Anub, and Zobeba. And the families of Aharhel the son of Haram. And Jabez was more honorable than his brethren. And his mother called his name Jabez, saying, Because I bear him with sorrow. And Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, O that thou wouldest bless me indeed, and enlarge my coast, and that thy hand might be with me, and that thou wouldest keep me from evil, that it may not grieve me. And God granted him that which he requested. And Caleb the brother of Shuha begot Meir, who was the father of Eshton. And Eshton begot Bethaphah, and Paseah, and Tehinnah the father of Ernahash. These are the men of Reka. And the sons of Kenaz, Othniel and Sariah. And the sons of Othniel, Hathath. Also Meonothai begot Ophrah. And Sariah begot Joab, the father of the valley of craftsmen, for they were craftsmen. And the sons of Caleb the son of Jephunneh, Irayu, Elah, and Nam. And the sons of Elah, Kenaz. And the sons of Jehalelel, Ziph, and Zipha, Tiria, and Asarel. And the sons of Ezra were Jether, and Mered, and Epher, and Jalen. And she bare Miriam, and Shammai, and Ishbah the father of Eshtemoa. And his wife the Jewess bare Jared the father of Geter, and Heber the father of Socho, and Jekuthiel the father of Zanoah. And these are the sons of Bethiah the daughter of Pharaoh, whom Mered took. And the sons of Hodiah's wife, the sister of Nahum, were the fathers of Keilah the Garmite, and Eshtemoa the Maacathite. And the sons of Shimon were Amnon, and Rinnah, Benanon, and Tilon. And the sons of Ishi were Zoheth and Benzoheth. The sons of Shelah the son of Judah were Er the father of Leka, and Lada the father of Mershah. And the families of the house of them that wrought fine linen, of the house of Ashbi, and Joachim, and the men of Kozeba, and Josh, and Seraph, who had the dominion in Moab, and Jeshubileam. And the records are ancient. These were the potters, and those that dwelt among plants and hedges. There they dwelt with the king for his work. And the sons of Simeon were Nemuel, and Jamin, Jerib, Zerah, and Shaul, Shallum his son, Mibsam his son, Mishma his son. And the sons of Mishma, Hamuel his son, Zachar his son, Shimi his son. And Shimi had 16 sons and 6 daughters. But his brethren had not many children, neither did all their family multiply, like the children of Judah. And they dwelt at Beersheba, and Melada, and Hazar-Shul, and at Bilhah, and at Ezem, and at Tolad, and at Bethuel, and at Hormah, and at Ziklag, and at Beth-Markaboth, and Hazar-Susam, and at Beth-Biri, and at Sharaim. These were their cities unto the reign of David. And their villages were Etam and Ain, Rimmon and Token and Ashen, 5 cities, and all their villages that were round about the same cities unto Baal. These were their habitations, and they have their record according to their generations. And Meshabab and Jamlech, and Joshua the son of Amaziah, and Joel, and Jehu the son of Jozibiah, the son of Sariah, the son of Azul, and Elionai and Jacobah, and Jeshohah, and Asaiah, and Adiel, and Jezemiel, and Benaiah, and Ziza the son of Shurphai, the son of Alon, the son of Jediah, the son of Shimri, the son of Shemaiah. These mentioned by name were princes and their families, and their fathers' houses increased greatly. And they went to the entrance of Geder, even unto the east side of the valley, to seek pasture for their flocks. And they found fat pasturing good, and the land was wide and quiet and peaceable, for they of Ham had dwelt there of old. And these written by name came in the days of Hezekiah king of Judah, and smote their tents and the habitations that were found there, and destroyed them utterly unto this day, and dwelt in their rooms, because there was pasture there for their flocks. And some of them, even of the sons of Simeon, 500 men, went to Mount Seir, having for their captains Pelatiah and Neariah and Rephaiah and Uzziel, the sons of Ishi. And they smote the rest of the Amalekites that escaped, and dwelt there unto this day. And the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, for he was the firstborn. But forasmuch as he defiled his father's bed, his birthright was given unto the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel. And the genealogy is not to be reckoned after the birthright. For Judah prevailed above his brethren, and of him came the chief ruler. But the birthright was Joseph's. The sons, I say, of Reuben the firstborn of Israel were Hanok and Palu, Hezron and Carmi. The sons of Joel, Shemaiah his son, Gog his son, Shimei his son, Micah his son, Reah his son, Baal his son, Bera his son, whom Tilgath-Pilneser king of Assyria carried away captive. He was prince of the Reubenites. And his brethren by their families, when the genealogy of their generations was reckoned, were the chief Jeiel and Zechariah, and Bela the son of Azaz, the son of Shema, the son of Joel, who dwelt in Aroer, even unto Nebo and Balmeon. And eastward he inhabited unto the entering into the wilderness from the river Euphrates, because their cattle were multiplied in the land of Gilead. And in the days of Saul they war with the Hagarites, who fell by their hand. And they dwelt in their tents throughout all the east land of Gilead. And the sons of Gad dwelt over against them, in the land of Bashan unto Salcah, Joel the chief, and Shopham the next in Janeh, and Shaphad in Bashan. And their brethren of the house of their fathers were Michael and Meshullam, and Sheba and Jorai and Jachin and Zia, and Heber, 7. These are the sons of Abihail the son of Huri, the son of Jeroah, the son of Gilead, the son of Michael, the son of Jeshishai, the son of Jado, the son of Buz, I the son of Abdiel, the son of Guni, chief of the house of their fathers. And they dwelt in Gilead and Bashan and in her towns, and in all the suburbs of Sharon upon their borders. And all these were reckoned by genealogies in the days of Jotham king of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam king of Israel. The sons of Reuben and the Gadites, and half the tribe of Manasseh, of valiant men, men able to bear buckler and sword, and to shoot with the bow, and skillful in war, were 40,703 that went out to the war. And they war with the Hagarites, with Jetur and Nephish and Nodab, and they were helped against them. And the Hagarites were delivered into their hand, and all that were with them. For they cried to God in the battle, and he was entreated of them, because they put their trust in him. And they took away their cattle, of their camels 50,000, and of sheep 250,000, and of asses 2,000, and of men 100,000. For there fell down many slain, because the war was of God. And they dwelt in their steads until the captivity. And the children of the half-tribe of Manasseh dwelt in the land. They increased from Bashan unto Baal-Hermon, and Senir, and unto Mount Hermon. And these were the heads of the house of their fathers, even Epher, and Ishi, and Eliel, and Azriel, and Jeremiah, and Hodaviah, and Jadiel, mighty men of valor, famous men, and heads of the house of their fathers. And they trespassed against the God of their fathers, and went a-whoring after the gods of the people of the land, whom God destroyed before them. And the God of Israel stirred up the spirit of Pul king of Assyria, and the spirit of Tilgath-Pilneser king of Assyria, and he carried them away, even the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half-tribe of Manasseh, and brought them unto Hala and Haber and Hara, and to the river Gozan unto this day. And the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari, And the sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. And the children of Amram, Aaron, and Moses, and Miriam. And the sons of Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Eleazar begot Phinehas. Phinehas begot Abishua, and Abishua begot Bucky, and Bucky begot Uzzi, and Uzzi begot Zerahiah, and Zerahiah begot Meraioth, and Meraioth begot Amariah, and Amariah begot Ahitub, and Ahitub begot Zadok, and Zadok begot Ahimaaz, and Ahimaaz begot Azariah, and Azariah begot Johanan, and Johanan begot Azariah, who executed the priest's office in the temple that Solomon built in Jerusalem. And Azariah begot Amariah, and Amariah begot Ahitub, and Ahitub begot Zadok, and Zadok begot Shallum, and Shallum begot Hilkiah, and Hilkiah begot Azariah, and Azariah begot Sariah, and Sariah begot Jehozadak, and Jehozadak went into captivity, when the Lord carried away Judah and Jerusalem by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar. The sons of Levi, Gershom, Kohath, and Merari. And these be the names of the sons of Gershom, Libni, and Shimi. And the sons of Kohath, Amram, and Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. And the sons of Merari, Mali, and Mushi. And these are the families of the Levites, according to their fathers. Of Gershom, Libni his son, Jahath his son, Zimmah his son, Joah his son, Iddo his son, Zerah his son, Jedariah his son. The sons of Kohath, Amminadab his son, Korah his son, Assur his son, Elkanah his son, and Ebiasaph his son, and Assur his son, Tahath his son, Uriel his son, Uzziah his son, and Shaul his son. The sons of Elkanah, Amasai, and Ahimith. As for Elkanah, the sons of Elkanah, Zophai his son, and Nath his son, Eliab his son, and Jeroham his son, and Elkanah his son. And the sons of Samuel, Joel the firstborn, and Abijah the second. The sons of Merari, Mali, Libni his son, Shimi his son, Uzzah his son, Shemaiah his son, Haggiah his son, and Asaiah his son. And these are they whom David set over the service of song in the house of the Lord, after that the ark had rest. And they ministered with singing before the tabernacle of the congregation, until Solomon had built the house of the Lord in Jerusalem. And then they waited on their office according to their order. And these are they that waited with their children, of the sons of the Kohathites. Heman a singer, the son of Joel, the son of Samuel, the son of Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Eliel, the son of Toah, the son of Zuph, the son of Elkanah, the son of Math, the son of Amasai, the son of Elkanah, the son of Joel, the son of Azariah, the son of Zephaniah, the son of Tahath, the son of Assur, the son of Ebiasaph, the son of Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, the son of Israel, and his brother Asaph, who stood on his right hand, even Asaph the son of Berechiah, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Michael, the son of Basiah, the son of Malchiah, the son of Ethni, the son of Zerah, the son of Adaiah, the son of Ethan, the son of Zimmah, the son of Shimi, the son of Jacob, the son of Gershom, the son of Levi. And on his left hand were the sons of Merari, Ethan the son of Kishi, the son of Abi, the son of Malach, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Amaziah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Amzi, the son of Bani, the son of Shemer, the son of Mali, the son of Mushi, the son of Merari, the son of Levi. Their brethren the Levites were appointed unto all manner of service of the tabernacle of the house of God. And Obed-Edom begot Shemaiah, and Shemaiah had sons, mighty men of valor, fit for the service. And the sons of Shemaiah, Othni and Rephael and Obed and Elzabad, whose brethren were strong men, Elihu and Semachiah. All these are the sons of Obed-Edom. They and their sons and their brethren, able men for strength of the service, were 62 of Obed-Edom. And Meshelemiah had sons and brethren, strong men, 18. And Hosah of the children of Merari had sons, Simri the chief, though he was not the firstborn, but his father made him the chief, Hilkiah the second, Tebaliah the third, Zechariah the fourth. All the sons and brethren of Hosah were 13. Among these were the divisions of the porters, even among the chief men, having wards one against another, to minister in the house of the Lord. And they cast lots, as well the small as the great, according to the house of their fathers, for every gate. And the lot eastward fell to Shelemiah. Then they cast lots for his son Zechariah, a wise counselor, and his lot came out northward, to Obed-Edom southward, and to his sons the house of Suppim, to Shuppim and Hosah, the lot came forth westward, with the gate Shalcheth, by the causeway going up, ward against ward. So there were 4 chief porters toward the east, 4 toward the north, 4 toward the south, and 4 toward the west. And among the Levites were porters for the instruments and for the vessels of the sanctuary, and in the chambers and among the treasuries of the house of God, and in the suburbs about Jerusalem dwelt the porters. And they lodged round about the house of God, because the charge was upon them, and the opening thereof every morning pertained to them. And certain of them had the charge of the ministering vessels, that they should bring them in and out by tale. Some of them also were appointed to oversee the vessels, and all the instruments of the sanctuary, and the fine flour, and the wine, and the oil, and the frankincense, and the spices. And some of the sons of the priests made the ointment of the spices. Mattathiah, one of the Levites, who was the firstborn of Shallum the Korahite, had the set office over the things that were made in the pans. And other of their brethren, of the sons of the Kohathites, were over the showbread, to prepare it every Sabbath. And these are the singers, chief of the fathers of the Levites, who remaining in the chambers were free, for they were employed in that work day and night. These chief fathers of the Levites were chief throughout their generations. These dwelt at Jerusalem. And in Gibeon dwelt the father of Gibeon. Jehiel was his name, and his wife's name was Maachah. And his firstborn son Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Nadab, and Gedor, and Ahio, and Zachar. And Mikloth begot Shimei. And they also dwelt with their brethren at Jerusalem over against them. And they begot Kish, and Kish begot Saul, and Saul begot Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribbaal, and Meribbaal begot Micah. And the sons of Micah were Pithon, and Melech, and Teriah, and Ahaz. And Ahaz begot Jerah, and Jerah begot Aelmeth, and Asmaveth, and Zimri. And Zimri begot Moza, and Moza begot Bineah, and Raphael his son, Elisa his son, Azel his son. And Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azrikam, Bacheru, and Ishmael, and Sheriah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. And the sons of Ishek his brother were Ulam his firstborn, Jish the second, and Eliphalet the third. And the sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons, and sons, and 150. All these were the sons of Benjamin. And the sons of Issachar, Tola, and Puah, Jashub, and Shimron, 4. And the sons of Tola, Uzzi, and Raphael, and Jeriel, and Jahmai, and Jibzam, and Shemuel, heads of their father's house, to wit of Tola. They were valiant men of might in their generations, whose number was in the days of David 20,600. And the son of Uzzi, Izrahiah, and the sons of Izrahiah, Michael, and Obadiah, and Joel, Ishiah, 5, all of them chief men. And with them, by their generations after the house of their fathers, were bands of soldiers for war, 36,000 men, for they had many wives and sons. And their brethren among all the families of Issachar were valiant men of might, reckoned in all by their genealogies 87,000. The sons of Benjamin, Bela, and Becher, and Jediel, 3. And the sons of Bela, Esben, and Uzzi, and Uzziel, and Jerimoth, and Iri, 5, heads of the house of their fathers, mighty men of valor, and were reckoned by their genealogies 20,030,4. And the sons of Becher, Zemirah, and Josh, and Eleazar, and Elionai, and Omri, and Jerimoth, and Abijah, and Anathoth, and Alameth. All these are the sons of Becher. And they were reckoned by genealogies, after the house of their fathers, heads of the house of their fathers, valiant men of might, 20,200. And the sons of Jediel, Bilhan. And the sons of Bilhan, Jush, and Benjamin, and Ehud, and Shenanah, and Zethan, and Tharshish, and Ahishahar. All these were the sons of Jediel, according to the heads of their fathers, mighty men of valor, 17,200 soldiers, fit to go out for war and battle. Shuppim also and Huppim, the children of Ir and Hushim, the sons of Ahir, the sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, and Guni, and Jezer, and Shallum, the sons of Bilhah, the sons of Manasseh, Ashriel, whom she bare. But his concubine the Aramitess bare Machir the father of Gilead. And Machir took to wife the sister of Huppim and Shuppim, whose sister's name was Maachah, and the name of the second was Zelophehad. And Zelophehad had daughters. And Maachah the wife of Machir bare a son, and she called his name Peresh, and the name of his brother was Sheresh. And his sons were Ulam and Racham, and the son of Ulam, Bedan. These were the sons of Gilead the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh. And his sister Hamilketh bare Ishit, and Abizer, and Mahalah. And the sons of Shemida were Ahian, and Shechem, and Leki, and Aniam. The sons of Ephraim, Shuthelah, and Bered his son, and Tahath his son, and Eladah his son, and Tahath his son, and Zabad his son, and Shuthelah his son, and Ezer, and Elid, whom the men of Gath that were born in that land slew, because they came down to take away their cattle. And Ephraim their father mourned many days, and his brethren came to comfort him. And when he went into his wife, she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Beriah, because it went evil with his house. And his daughter was Sherah, who built Bethhoron the nether in the upper, and Uzzen Sherah. And Repha was his son, and Resheph, and Telah his son, and Tain his son, Ladan his son, Ammihud his son, Elishama his son, Nun his son, Joshua his son. And their possessions and habitations were Bethel and the towns thereof, and eastward Naran, and westward Gezer, with the towns thereof, Shechem also and the towns thereof, unto Gaza, and the towns thereof, and by the borders of the children of Manasseh Bethshean and her towns, Tanakh and her towns, Megiddo and her towns, Dor and her towns. In these dwelt the children of Joseph the son of Israel. The sons of Asher, Jimnah and Jeshua and Ishwi and Beriah and Sarah their sister. And the sons of Beriah, Heber and Malchiel, who is the father of Berzavith. And Heber begot Japhlet, and Shomer, and Hotham, and Shua their sister. And the sons of Japhlet, Pasach, and Bimhal, and Ushvath. These are the children of Japhlet. And the sons of Shemer his brother, Roga, and Jehubbah, and Aram. And the sons of his brother Helem, Zophah, and Imnah, and Shelesh, and Amal. The sons of Zophah, Suah, and Harnepher, and Shul, and Beri, and Imrah, Bezer, and Had, and Shama, and Shilsha, and Ithran, and Bera. The sons of Jether, Jephunneh, and Pispa, and Era. The sons of Olah, Era, and Haniel, and Rizia. All these were the children of Asher, heads of their father's house, choice and mighty men of valor, chief of the princes. And the number throughout the genealogy of them that were apt to the war and the battle was 26,000 men. And Benjamin begot Bela his firstborn, Ashbel the second, and Ahar the third, Noah the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. And the sons of Bela were Adar, and Gera, and Abihud, and Abishua, and Naaman, and Ahoah, and Gera, and Shepaphan, and Huram. And these are the sons of Ehud. These are the heads of the fathers of the inhabitants of Geba, and they removed them to Manahath, and Gera, and Shepaphan, and Huram. And there were valiant men of Gibeon, which were removed, and dwelt at Manahath. And Naaman, and Ahiah, and Gera, he removed them, and begot Uzzah, and Ahahud. And Shaharaim begot children in the country of Moab, after he had sent them away. Hushim and Bara were his wives. And he begot Ahodesh his wife, Jobab, and Zibiah, and Mesha, and Malcolm, and Juz, and Shakiah, and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of the fathers. And of Hushim he begot Abitub, and Elpal. And the sons of Elpal, Eber, and Mizham, and Shamed, who built Ono and Lod, with the towns thereof. Beriah also, and Shema, who were heads of the fathers of the inhabitant of Aijalon, who drove away the inhabitants of Gath. And Ahio, Shashak, and Jerimoth, and Zebadiah, and Arad, and Eder, and Michael, and Ishba, and Joha, the sons of Beriah, and Zebadiah, and Meshullam, and Haziki, and Heber, and Ishmerai, and Isliah, and Jobab, the sons of Elpal, and Jachim, and Zikri, and Zabdi, and Elionai, and Zilithai, and Eliel, and Adaiah, and Beriah, and Shimrath, the sons of Shimi, and Ishban, and Heber, and Eliel, and Abdon, and Zikri, and Hanan, and Hananiah, and Elam, and Anathijah, and Iphidiah, and Penuel, the sons of Shashak, and Shamsherai, and Shehariah, and Athaliah, and Jerasiah, and Eliah, and Zikri, the sons of Jeraham. These were heads of the fathers, by their generations, chief men. These dwelt in Jerusalem. And at Gibeon dwelt the father of Gibeon. Jehiel was his name, and his wife's name was Maachah. And his firstborn son Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Nadab, and Gedor, and Ahio, and Zachar. And Mikloth begot Shimim. And they also dwelt with their brethren at Jerusalem, over against them. And they begot Kish, and Kish begot Saul, and Saul begot Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribal, and Meribal begot Micah. And the sons of Micah were Pithon, and Melech, and Teriah, and Ahaz. And Az begot Jerah, and Jerah begot Aelmeth, and Asmaveth, and Zimri. And Zimri begot Moza, and Moza begot Biniah. And Rephaiah his son, Elisa his son, Azel his son. And Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azrikam, Bacheru, and Ishmael, and Sheariah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. And the sons of Eshek his brother were Ulam his firstborn, Jish the second, and Eliphalet the third. And the sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons, and sons, and 150. All these were the sons of Benjamin. So all Israel were reckoned by genealogies. And behold, they were written in the book of the kings of Israel and Judah, who were carried away to Babylon for their transgression. Now the first inhabitants that dwelt in their possessions in their cities were the Israelites, the priests, Levites, and the Nethinims. And in Jerusalem dwelt the children of Judah, and of the children of Benjamin, and of the children of Ephraim and Manasseh, Athai the son of Ammihud, the son of Omri, the son of Imri, the son of Bani, of the children of Pharez the son of Judah, and of the Shilonites, Asaiah the firstborn and his sons, and of the sons of Zerah, Jewel and their brethren 690, and of the sons of Benjamin, Salah the son of Meshullam, the son of Hodaviah, the son of Hazanuah, and Ibniah the son of Jeram, and Elah the son of Uzzi, the son of Michri, and Meshullam the son of Shephatiah, the son of Ruel, the son of Abnijah, and beside their brethren, according to their generations, 956. All these men were chief of the fathers in the house of their fathers. And of the Levites, Shemaiah the son of Hashub, the son of Azrikam, the son of Hashabiah, of the sons of Merari, and Bakbakkar, Haresh, and Galul, and Mattaniah the son of Micah, the son of Zichri, the son of Asaph, and Obadiah the son of Shemaiah, the son of Galul, the son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah the son of Asa, the son of Elkanah, that dwelt in the villages of the Netophathites. And the porters were Shallum, and Akub, and Talmon, and Ahiman, and their brethren. Shallum was the chief, who hitherto waited very diligently at the king's gate eastward. And these were the porters in the companies of the children of Levi. And Shallum the son of Korah, the son of Ebiasaph, the son of Korah, and his brethren of the house of his father, the Korahites, were over the work of the service, keepers of the gates of the tabernacle. And their fathers, being over the host of the Lord, were keepers of the entry. And Phinehas the son of Eleazar was a ruler over them in time past, and the Lord was with him. And Zechariah the son of Meshelemiah was porter of the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. All these that were chosen to be porters in the gates were 212. These were reckoned by their genealogy in their villages, whom David and Samuel the seer did ordain in their set office. So they and their children had the oversight of the gates of the house of the Lord, namely, the house of the tent by wards. In 4 quarters were the porters, toward the east, west, north, and south. And their brethren, which were in their villages, were to come after 7 days from time to time with them. For these Levites, the 4 chief porters, were in their set office, and were over the chambers and treasuries of the house of God. Moreover, they lodged round about the house of God, because the charge was upon them, and on them was the opening thereof every morning. And certain of them had the charge of the ministering vessels, that they should bring them in and out by tale. Some of them also were appointed to oversee the vessels, and all the instruments of the sanctuary, and the fine flour, and the wine, and the oil, and the frankincense, and the spices. And some of the sons of the priests made the ointment of the spices. Mattathiah, one of the Levites, who was the firstborn of Shallum the Korahite, had the set office over the things that were made in the pans. And other of their brethren, of the sons of the Kohathites, were over the showbread, to prepare it every Sabbath. And these are the singers, chief of the fathers of the Levites, who remaining in the chambers were free, for they were employed in that work day and night. These chief fathers of the Levites were chief throughout their generations. These dwelt at Jerusalem. And in Gibeon dwelt the father of Gibeon. Jehiel was his name, and his wife's name was Maachah. And his firstborn son Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Nadab, and Gedor, and Ahio, and Zachar. And Mikloth begot Shimim. And they also dwelt with their brethren at Jerusalem, over against them. And they begot Kish, and Kish begot Saul, and Saul begot Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribal, and Meribal begot Micah. And the sons of Micah were Pithon, and Melech, and Teriah, and Ahaz. And Az begot Jerah, and Jerah begot Aelmeth, and Asmaveth, and Zimri. And Zimri begot Moza, and Moza begot Biniah, and Rephaiah his son, Elisa his son, Azel his son. And Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azrikam, Bacharu, and Ishmael, and Sheariah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. And the sons of Eshek his brother were Ulam his firstborn, Jush the second, and Eliphalet the third. And the sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons, and sons, and 150. All these were the sons of Benjamin. Now Saul died for his transgression which he committed against the Lord, even against the word of the Lord, which he kept not, and also for asking counsel one that had a familiar spirit, to inquire of it, and inquired not of the Lord. Therefore he slew him, and turned the kingdom unto David the son of Jesse. And the men of Jabesh Gilead heard of all that the Philistines had done to Saul. They arose, and went all night, and took the body of Saul and the bodies of his sons from the wall of Bethshan, and came to Jabesh, and burnt them there. And they took their bones, and buried them under a tree at Jabesh, and fasted 7 days. Then all Israel gathered themselves to David unto Hebron, saying, Behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh. Moreover, in time past, even when Saul was king, thou wast he that leddest out and broughtest in Israel. And the Lord thy God said unto thee, Thou shalt feed my people Israel, and thou shalt be ruler over my people Israel. Therefore came all the elders of Israel to the king to Hebron, and King David made a league with them in Hebron before the Lord. And they anointed David king over Israel. David was 30 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 40 years. In Hebron he reigned over Judah 7 years and 6 months. And in Jerusalem he reigned 33 years over all Israel and Judah. And the king and his men went to Jerusalem unto the Jebusites, the inhabitants of the land, which spake unto David, saying, Except thou take away the blind and the lame, thou shalt not come in hither. Thinking, David cannot come in hither. Nevertheless David took the stronghold of Zion, the same as the city of David. And David said on that day, Whosoever getteth up to the gutter, and smitteth the Jebusites, and the lame and the blind, that are hated of David's soul, he shall be chief and captain. Wherefore they said, The blind and the lame shall not come into the house. So David dwelt in the fort, and called it the city of David. And David built round about from Millo and inward. And David waxed greater and greater, for the Lord of hosts was with him. And these be the chief of the mighty men whom David had, who strengthened themselves with him in his kingdom, and with all Israel, to make him king, according to the word of the Lord concerning Israel. And this is the number of the mighty men whom David had: Jashabim, and Hachmonite, the chief of the captains. He lifted up a spear against 300 slain by him at one time. After him was Eleazar the son of Dodai, the Ahohite, one of the 3 mighty men with David, when they defied the Philistines that were there gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword. And the Lord wrought a great victory that day. And the people returned after him only to spoil. And after him was Shammah, the son of Agi the Hararite. And the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where there was a piece of ground full of lentils. And the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the ground, and defended it, and slew the Philistines. And the Lord wrought a great victory. Then 3 of the 30 chief men went down to the rock to David, into the cave of Adullam. And the host of the Philistines encamped in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in the hold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed, and said, Oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. And the 3 mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem, that was by the gate, and took it, and brought it to David. Nevertheless he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Lord, and said, My God forbid it me, that I should do this thing. Shall I drink the blood of these men that have put their lives in jeopardy? For with the jeopardy of their lives they brought it. Therefore he would not drink it. These things did these 3 mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among 3. And he lifted up a spear against 300, and slew them, and had the name among 3. Was he not most honorable of 3? Therefore he was their captain. Howbeit he attained not unto the first 3. Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. Also he went down and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in time of snow, and he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man. And the Egyptian had a spear in his hand. But he went down to him with a staff, and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and had a name among 3 mighty men. He was more honorable than the 30, but he attained not to the first 3. And David set him over his guard. Also the chief and the captains of the host and all Israel gave their consent, and came to King David, saying, We are thy bone and thy flesh. In times past, even when Saul was king, thou wast he that leddest out and broughtest in Israel. And the Lord thy God said unto thee, Thou shalt feed my people Israel, and thou shalt be ruler over my people Israel. Therefore now let all Israel bring the king into his house, that we may keep the covenant of the Lord, and do all his commandments, according to all that our God hath commanded us. And certain men of Manasseh defected to David when he came with the Philistines against Saul to battle, but they helped him not. For the Lord of the Philistines upon advisement sent him away, saying, He will fall away to his master Saul, to the jeopardy of our heads. As he went to Ziklag, there defected to him certain of Manasseh, Adnah, and Jozabad, and Jediel, and Michael, and Jozabad, and Elihu, and Zilithai, captains of thousands that were of Manasseh. And they helped David against the band of the rovers, for they were all mighty men of valor, and were captains in the host. For at that time, day by day, there came to David to help him, until it was a great host, like the host of God. And these are the numbers of the bands that were ready armed to the war, and came to David to Hebron, to turn the kingdom of Saul to him, according to the word of the Lord. Of the children of Judah that bare shield and spear were 6,800, ready armed to the war. Of the children of Simeon, mighty men of valor for the war, 7,100. Of the children of Levi, 4,600. And Jehoiada was the leader of Aaron's sons, and with him were 3,700. And Zadok, a young man mighty of valor, and of his father's house 22 captains. And of Benjamin, the kindred of Saul, 3,000. For hitherto the greatest part of them kept the war of the house of Saul. And of the Ephraimites 20,800, mighty men of valor, famous throughout the house of their fathers. And of the half-tribe of Manasseh 18,000, which were expressed by name, to come and make David king. And of Issachar, men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do. The heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. Of Zebulun, such as went forward to battle, expert in war, with all instruments of war, 50,000, which could keep rank. They were not of double heart. And of Naphtali 1,000 captains, and with them was shield and spear 37,000. And of the Danites that could keep rank, 28,600. And of Asher, such as could keep rank in battle, 30,000. And of the Reubenites and Gadites, and of the half-tribe of Manasseh, from beyond Jordan, 120,000, that could bear all manner of weapons of war. For these men of war were armed to help David with a perfect heart. So they came to Hebron with one accord, to make David king over all Israel, and all the rest also of Israel were of one heart, to make David king. And they were there with David 3 days, eating and drinking, for their brethren had prepared for them. Moreover, they that were nigh them, even unto Issachar and Zebulun and Naphtali, brought bread on asses and on camels, and on mules and on oxen, and meal, cakes of figs, and bunches of raisins, and wine, and oil, and oxen, and sheep abundantly, for there was joy in Israel. And David consulted with the captains of thousands and hundreds, and with every leader. And David said unto all the congregation of Israel, If it seem good unto you, and if it be of the Lord our God, let us send abroad everywhere to our brethren throughout the land of Israel, and with them also to the priests and Levites which are in their cities and suburbs, that they may gather themselves unto us, and let us bring again the ark of our God to us. For we inquired not at it in the days of Saul. And all the congregation said that they would do so, for the thing was right in the eyes of all the people. So David gathered all Israel together, from Shir of Egypt even unto the entering of Hemath, to bring the ark of God from Kirjath-jearim. And David went up in all Israel to Baalah, that is, to Kirjath-jearim, which belonged to Judah, to bring up thence the ark of God the Lord, that dwelleth between the cherubims, whose name is called on it. And they carried the ark of God in a new cart out of the house of Abinadab. And Uzzah and Ahio drave the cart. And David and all Israel played before God with all their might, and with singing, and with harps, and with psalteries, and with timbrels, and with cymbals, and with trumpets. And when they came to Nachon's threshing floor, Uzzah put forth his hand to the ark of God, and took hold of it, for the oxen stumbled. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzzah, and he smote him there for his error. And there he died by the ark of God. And David was displeased, because the Lord had made a breach upon Uzzah, and he called that place Perez Uzzah to this day. And David was afraid of the Lord that day, and said, How shall the ark of the Lord come to me? So David would not remove the ark of the Lord unto him into the city of David. But David carried it aside into the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite. And the ark of the Lord continued in the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite 3 months. And the Lord blessed Obed-Edom and all his household. And it was told King David, saying, The Lord hath blessed the house of Obed-Edom, and all that pertaineth unto him, because of the ark of God. So David went and brought up the ark of God from the house of Obed-Edom into the city of David with gladness. And it was so, that when it had bare the ark of the Lord had gone 6 paces, he sacrificed oxen and fatlings. And David danced before the Lord with all his might. And David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting, and with the sound of the trumpet. And as the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through a window, and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord. And she despised him in her heart. And they brought in the ark of the Lord, and set it in his place, in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And David offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And when David had made an end of offering the burnt offerings and the peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord. And he dealt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Israel, as well to the women as men, to every one a cake of bread, and a good piece of flesh, and a flagon of wine. So all the people departed, every one to his house. Then David returned to bless his household. And Michal the daughter of Saul came out to meet David, and said, How glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovered himself. And David said unto Michal, It was before the Lord, which chose me before thy father, and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore will I play before the Lord. And I will yet be more vile than thus, and will be base in mine own sight. And of the maidservants which thou hast spoken of them shall I be had in honor. Therefore Michal the daughter of Saul had no child unto the day of her death. And David made him houses in the city of David, and prepared a place for the ark of God, and pitched for it a tent. Then David said, None ought to carry the ark of God, but the Levites. For them hath the Lord chosen to carry the ark of God, and to minister unto him forever. And David gathered all Israel together to Jerusalem, to bring up the ark of the Lord unto his place, which he had prepared for it. And David assembled the sons of Aaron and the Levites, of the sons of Kohath, Uriel the chief and his brethren 120, of the sons of Merari, Asaiah the chief and his brethren 220, of the sons of Gershom, Joel the chief and his brethren 130, of the sons of Elizaphan, Shemaiah the chief and his brethren 200, of the sons of Hebron, Eliel the chief and his brethren 80, of the sons of Uzziel, Amminadab the chief and his brethren 112. Then David called for Zadok and Abiathar the priests, and for the Levites, for Uriel, Asaiah and Joel, Shemaiah and Eliel and Amminadab, and said unto them, Ye are the chief of the fathers of the Levites. Sanctify yourselves, both ye and your brethren, that ye may bring up the ark of the Lord God of Israel unto the place that I prepared for it. For because ye did it not at the first, the Lord our God made a breach upon us, for that we sought him not after the due order. Now therefore, ye priests, the sons of Aaron, sanctify yourselves, and bring the ark of the Lord God into the place that I prepared for it. And the Levites shall bear the ark of God upon their shoulders with the staves thereon, as Moses commanded according to the word of the Lord. And David spake to the chief of the Levites to appoint their brethren to be the singers with instruments of music, psalteries and harps and cymbals, sounding, by lifting up the voice with joy. So the Levites appointed Heman the son of Joel, and of his brethren, Asaph the son of Berechiah, and of their brethren the sons of Merari, Ethan the son of Kishiah, and with them their brethren of the second degree, Zechariah, Ben, and Jaziel, and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel, and Uni, Eliab, and Benaiah, and Messiah, and Mattathiah, and Eliphalet, and Micniah, and Obed-Edom, and Jeiel the porters. So the singers, Heman, Asaph, and Ethan, were appointed to sound with cymbals of brass, and Zechariah, and Aziel, and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel, and Uni, and Eliab, and Messiah, and Benaiah, with psalteries on Alamoth, and Mattathiah, and Eliphalet, and Micniah, and Obed-Edom, and Jeiel, and Azaziah, with harps on the sheminith to excel. And Shenaniah, chief of the Levites, was for song. He instructed about the song, because he was skillful. And Berechiah and Elkanah were doorkeepers for the ark. And Shebaniah and Joshaphat and Nethaneel and Amasai and Zechariah and Benaiah and Eleazar, the priests, did blow with the trumpets before the ark of God. And Obed-Edom and Jehiel were doorkeepers for the ark. So David and the elders of Israel and the captains over thousands went to bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of the house of Obed-Edom with joy. And it came to pass, when the bearers of the ark of the Lord had gone 6 paces, that he sacrificed oxen and fatlings. And David danced before the Lord with all his might. And David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting, and with the sound of the trumpet. And they brought in the ark of God, and set it in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And they offered burnt sacrifices and peace offerings before God. And when David had made an end of offering the burnt offerings and the peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord. And he dealt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Israel, as well to women as men, to every one a cake of bread, and a good piece of flesh, and a flagon of wine. So all the people departed, every one to his house. Then David returned to bless his household. And Michal the daughter of Saul came out to meet David, and said, How glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovered himself. And David said unto Michal, It was before the Lord, which chose me before thy father, and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore will I play before the Lord. And I will yet be more vile than thus, and will be base in mine own sight. And of the maidservants which thou hast spoken of them shall I be had in honor. Therefore Michal the daughter of Saul had no child unto the day of her death. And David spake to the chief of the Levites to appoint their brethren to be the singers with instruments of music, psalteries and harps and cymbals, sounding, by lifting up the voice with joy. So the Levites appointed Heman the son of Joel, and of his brethren, Asaph the son of Berechiah, and of their brethren of the sons of Merari, Ethan the son of Kishiah, and with them their brethren of the second degree, Zechariah, Ben, and Jaziel, and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel, and Uni, Eliab, and Benaiah, and Messiah, and Mattathiah, and Eliphalet, and Micniah, and Obed-Edom, and Jeiel, the porters. So the singers, Heman, Asaph, and Ethan, were appointed to sound with cymbals of brass. And Zechariah, and Aziel, and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel, and Uni, and Eliab, and Messiah, and Benaiah, with psalteries on Alamoth, and Mattathiah, and Eliphalet, and Micniah, and Obed-Edom, and Jeiel, and Azaziah, with harps on the sheminith to excel. And Shenaniah, chief of the Levites, was for song. He instructed about the song, because he was skillful. And Berechiah and Elkanah were doorkeepers for the ark. And Shebaniah and Joshaphat and Nethaneel and Amasai and Zechariah and Benaiah and Eleazar, the priests, did blow with the trumpets before the ark of God. And Obed-Edom and Jehiel were doorkeepers for the ark. So David and the elders of Israel and the captains over thousands went to bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of the house of Obed-Edom with joy. And it came to pass, when the bearers of the ark of the Lord had gone 6 paces, that he sacrificed oxen and fatlings. And David danced before the Lord with all his might, and David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting, and with the sound of the trumpet. And it came to pass, when David dwelt in his house, that David said to Nathan the prophet, Lo, I dwell in an house of cedar, but the ark of the covenant of the Lord remaineth under curtains. And Nathan said to David, Do all that is in thine heart, for God is with thee. And it came to pass the same night, that the word of God came to Nathan, saying, Go and tell my servant David, Thus saith the Lord, Shalt thou build me an house for me to dwell in? Whereas I have not dwelled in any house, since the time that I brought the children of Israel out of Egypt, even to this day, but have walked in a tent and in a tabernacle. In all the places wherein I have walked with all Israel spake, I a word with any of the tribes of Israel, whom I commanded to feed my people Israel, saying, Why build ye not me an house of cedar? Now therefore thus shalt thou say unto my servant David, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be ruler over my people, over Israel. And I was with thee whithersoever thou wentest, and have cut off all thine enemies out of thy sight, and have made thee a great name, like unto the name of the great men that are in the earth. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in a place of their own, and move no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more, as before time, since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thine enemies. Also the Lord telleth thee that he will make thee an house. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I put away before thee. And thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. According to all these words, and according to all this vision, so did Nathan speak unto David. Now in those days the Lord saved David out of the hand of all his enemies, and out of the hand of Saul. And David reigned over all Israel. And David executed judgment and justice unto all his people. And Joab the son of Zeruiah was over the host. And Jehoshaphat the son of Ahilud was recorder, and Zadok the son of Attub, and Ahimelech the son of Abiathar were the priests, and Sariah was the scribe, and Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over the Cherethites and the Pelethites, and David's sons were chief rulers. And David smote the Philistines, and subdued them, and David took Methegama out of the hand of the Philistines. And he smote Moab, and measured them with a line, casting them down to the ground. Even with 2 lines measure he to put to death, and with 1 full line to keep alive. And so the Moabites became David's servants, and brought gifts. Also he smote Hadadezer, king of Zobah, unto Hamath, as he went to establish his dominion by the river Euphrates. And David took from him 1,000 chariots, and 7,000 horsemen, and 20,000 footmen. And David houghed all the chariot horses, but reserved them for 100 chariots. And when the Syrians of Damascus came to help Hadadezer, king of Zobah, David slew of the Syrians 220,000 men. Then David put garrisons in Syria of Damascus. And the Syrians became servants to David, and brought gifts. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David took the shields of gold that were on the servants of Hadadezer, and brought them to Jerusalem, and from Beta and from Berothai, cities of Hadadezer. King David took exceeding much brass. When Toi king of Hamath heard that David had smitten all the hosts of Hadadezer, then Toi sent Joram his son unto King David, to salute him and to bless him, because he had fought against Hadadezer and smitten him. For Hadadezer had wars with Toi. And Joram brought with him vessels of silver, and vessels of gold, and vessels of brass, which also King David dedicated unto the Lord, with the silver and gold that he had dedicated of all nations which he subdued, of Syria, and of Moab, and of the children of Ammon, and of the Philistines, and of Amalek, and of the spoil of Hadadezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. And David gat him a name when he returned from smiting of the Syrians in the valley of Salt, being 18,000 men. And he put garrisons in Edom. Throughout all Edom put he garrisons, and all they of Edom became David's servants. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David reigned over all Israel. And David executed judgment and justice among all his people. And Joab the son of Zeruiah was over the host. And Jehoshaphat the son of Ahilud was recorder. And Zadok the son of Attub, and Ahimelech the son of Abiathar were the priests. And Sariah was the scribe. And Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over the Cherethites and the Pelethites. And David's sons were chief about the king. And it came to pass after this, that Nahash the king of the children of Ammon died, and his son reigned in his stead. Then said David, I will show kindness unto Hanun the son of Nahash, because his father showed kindness to me. And David sent messengers to comfort him concerning his father. So the servants of David came to Hanun, unto the land of the children of Ammon, to comfort him. But the princes of the children of Ammon said to Hanun, Thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, that he has sent comforters unto thee? Are not his servants come unto thee for to search, and to overthrow, and to spy out the land? Wherefore Hanun took David's servants, and shaved them, and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. When they told unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, "Tarry at Jericho until your beard be grown, and then return." And when the children of Ammon saw that they had made themselves odious to David, Hanun and the children of Ammon sent 1,000 talents of silver to hire them chariots and horsemen out of Mesopotamia, and out of Syria-Maachah, and out of Zobah. So they hired 30 and 2,000 chariots, and the king of Maachah and his people, who came and pitched before Medeba. And the children of Ammon gathered themselves together from their cities, and came to battle. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array at the entering into the gate, and the kings that were come were by themselves in the field. When Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him before and behind, he chose of all the choice men of Israel, and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered into the hand of Abishai his brother, that he might put them in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, "If the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will come and help thee. Be of good courage, and let us behave ourselves valiantly for our people and for the cities of our God, and let the Lord do that which is good in his sight." So Joab and the people that were with him drew nigh before the Syrians unto the battle, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, they likewise fled before Abishai, and entered into the city. Then Joab returned from the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were smitten before Israel, they sent messengers, and drew forth the Syrians that were beyond the river. And Shophak, the captain of the host of Hadarezer, went before them. And it was told David, and he gathered all Israel together, and passed over Jordan, and came upon them, and set the battle in array against them. So when David put the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with him. But the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew of the Syrians 7,000 men, which fought in chariots, and 40,000 footmen, and wounded Shophak the captain of the host. And when the servant of Hadarezer saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with David, and served him. Neither would the Syrians help the children of Ammon any more. And it came to pass after this, that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun his son reigned in his stead. Then David sent and inquired after king. And David said, "I will show kindness unto Hanun the son of Nahash, because his father showed kindness to me." And David sent messengers to comfort him concerning his father. And when David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon, the princes of the children of Ammon said to Hanun, "Thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, that he has sent comforters unto thee? Are not his servants come unto thee for to search, and to overthrow, and to spy out the land?" Wherefore Hanun took David's servants, and shaved them, and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. When they told unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, "Tarry at Jericho until your beard be grown, and then return." And when the children of Ammon saw that they had made themselves odious to David, the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Beth-rehob, and the Syrians of Zobah, 20,000 footmen, and of King Maachah 1,000 men, and of Ishtob 12,000 men. And the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array at the entering into the gate. And the Syrians of Zobah and of Rehob and Ishtob and Maachah were by themselves in the field. When Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him before and behind, he chose of all the choice men of Israel, and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered into the hand of Abishai his brother, that he might put them in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, "If the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will come and help thee. Be of good courage, and let us behave ourselves valiantly for our people and for the cities of our God. And let the Lord do that which is good in his sight." So Joab and the people that were with him drew nigh before the Syrians unto the battle, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, they likewise fled before Abishai, and entered into the city. Then Joab returned from the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were smitten before Israel, they sent messengers, and drew forth the Syrians that were beyond the river. And Shophak the captain of the host of Hadarezer went before them. And it was told David. And he gathered all Israel together, and passed over Jordan, and came upon them, and set the battle in array against them. So when David had put the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with him. But the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew of the Syrians 700 chariots and 40,000 horsemen, and smote Shobhak the captain of their host. And when the servant of Hadarezer saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with Israel and served them. So the Syrians feared to help the children of Ammon any more. And Satan stood up against Israel, and provoked David to number Israel. And David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people, "Go, number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring the number of them to me, that I may know it." And Joab answered, "The Lord make his people 100 times so many more as they be. But, my lord the king, are they not all my lord's servants? Why doth my lord require this thing? Why will he be a cause of trespass to Israel?" Nevertheless the king's word prevailed against Joab. Wherefore Joab departed, and went throughout all Israel, and came to Jerusalem. And Joab gave up the sum of the number of the people unto David. And all they of Israel were 1,100,000 men that drew sword. And Judah was 460,000 men that drew sword. But Levi and Benjamin counted he not among them, for the king's word was abominable to Joab. And God was displeased with this thing. Therefore he smote Israel. And David said unto God, "I have sinned greatly, because I have done this thing. But now, I beseech thee, do away the iniquity of thy servant, for I have done very foolishly." And when David arose in the morning, the word of the Lord came to the prophet Gad, David's seer, saying, "Go and tell David, Thus saith the Lord, I offer thee 3 things. Choose thee one of them, that I may do it unto thee." So Gad came to David, and told him, and said unto him, "Shall 7 years of famine come unto thee in thy land? Or wilt thou flee 3 months before thine enemies, while they pursue thee? Or that there be 3 days' pestilence in thy land? Now advise, and see what answer I shall return to him that sent me." And David said unto Gad, "I am in a great strait. Let us fall now into the hand of the Lord, for his mercies are great, and let me not fall into the hand of man." So the Lord sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning even to the time appointed, and there died of the people from Dan even to Beersheba 70,000 men. And when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it, the Lord repented him of the evil, and said to the angel that destroyed the people, "It is enough. Stay now thine hand." And the angel of the Lord was by the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite. And David spake unto the Lord when he saw the angel that smote the people, and said, "Lo, I have sinned, and I have done wickedly. But these sheep, what have they done? Let thine hand, I pray thee, be against me and against my father's house." And Gad came that day to David, and said unto him, "Go up, rear an altar unto the Lord in the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite." Then David went up according to the saying of Gad, as the Lord commanded. And Araunah looked, and saw the king and his servants coming on toward him. And Araunah went out, and bowed himself before the king with his face to the ground. Then Araunah said, "Wherefore is my lord the king come to his servant?" And David said, "To buy the threshing floor of thee, to build an altar unto the Lord, that the plague may be stayed from the people." And Araunah said unto David, "Let my lord the king take and offer up what seemeth good unto him. Behold, here be oxen for burnt offering, and threshing instruments, and other instruments of the oxen for wood. All these things did Araunah, as a king, give unto the king." And Araunah said unto the king, "The Lord thy God accept thee." And the king said unto Araunah, "Nay, but I will surely buy of thee at a price. Neither will I offer burnt offerings unto the Lord my God of that which doth cost me nothing." So David bought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. And David built there an altar unto the Lord, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. So the Lord was entreated for the land, and the plague was stayed from Israel. Then David said, "This is the house of the Lord God, and this is the altar of the burnt offering for Israel." And David commanded to gather together the strangers that were in the land of Israel. And he set masons to hew wrought stones to build a house of God. And David prepared iron in abundance for the nails for the doors of the gates, and for the joinings, and brass in abundance without weight. Also cedar trees in abundance. For the Zidonians and they of Tyre brought much cedar wood to David. And David said, "Solomon my son is young and tender, and the house that is to be built for the Lord must be exceeding magnifical, of fame and of glory throughout all countries. I will therefore now make preparation for it." So David prepared abundantly before his death. Then he called for Solomon his son, and charged him to build an house for the Lord God of Israel. And David said to Solomon, "My son, as for me, it was in my mind to build an house in the name of the Lord my God. But the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Thou hast shed blood abundantly, and hast made great wars. Thou shalt not build an house unto my name, because thou hast shed much blood upon the earth in my sight. Behold, a son shall be born to thee, who shall be a man of rest, and I will give him rest from all his enemies round about. For his name shall be Solomon, and I will give peace and quietness unto Israel in his days. He shall build an house for my name, and he shall be my son, and I will be his father, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom over Israel forever. Now, my son, the Lord be with thee, and prosper thou, and build the house of the Lord thy God, as he has said of thee, and take heed and do them. For why shouldst thou not prosper, if thou keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, which he hath commanded thee, and walk in his ways? Now behold, in my trouble I prepared for the house of the Lord 100,000 talent of gold, and 1,000,000 talent of silver, and of brass and iron without weight. For it is in abundance. Timber also and stone have I prepared, and thou mayest add thereto. Moreover, there are workmen with thee in abundance, hewers and workers of stone and timber, and all manner of cunning men for every manner work. Of the gold, the silver, and the brass, and the iron, there is no number. Arise, therefore, and be doing, and the Lord be with thee. And David gave to Solomon his son the pattern of the porch, and of the houses thereof, and of the treasuries thereof, and of the upper chambers thereof, and of the inner parlors thereof, and of the place of the mercy seat, and the pattern of all that he had by the Spirit, of the courts of the house of the Lord, and of all the chambers round about, of the treasuries of the house of God, and of the treasuries of the dedicated things. Also for the courses of the priests and the Levites, and for all the work of the service of the house of the Lord, and for all the vessels of the service in the house of the Lord, even the weight for the candlesticks of gold, and for their lamps of gold, by weight for every candlestick, and for the lamps thereof, and for the candlesticks of silver by weight, both for the candlestick, and also for the lamps thereof, according to the use of every candlestick. And by weight he gave gold for tables of showbread, for every table, and likewise silver for the tables of silver. Also pure gold for flesh hooks, and the bowls, and the cups, and for the golden basins he gave weight for every basin. Likewise silver by weight for every basin of silver, and for the altar of incense refined gold by weight, and gold for the pattern of the chariot of the cherubims that spread out their wings, and covered the ark of the covenant of the Lord. All this, said David, the Lord made me understand in writing by his hand upon me, even all the works of this pattern. And David said to Solomon his son, Be strong and of good courage, and do it. Fear not, nor be dismayed. For the Lord God, even my God, will be with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee, until thou hast finished all the work for the service of the house of the Lord. And behold, the courses of the priests and the Levites, even they shall be with thee for all matters of the service of the house of God, and there shall be with thee for all manner of workmanship every willing skillful man, for any manner of service. Also the princes and all the people will be holy at thy commandment. Now when David was old and full of days, he made Solomon his son king over Israel, and he gathered together all the princes of Israel, with the priests and the Levites. And the Levites were numbered from 30 years old and upward, and their number by their polls, man by man, was 38,000, of which 24,000 were to set forward the work of the house of the Lord, and 6,000 were officers and judges, besides the chief of the fathers of the Levites. 4,000 were porters, and 4,000 praised the Lord with the instruments which I made, said David, to praise the Lord. And David divided them into courses among the sons of Levi, namely Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Of the Gershonites were Ladan and Shimei. The sons of Ladan, the chief was Jehiel, then Zetham and Joel, 3. The sons of Shimei, Shelemith, and Haziel, and Haran, 3. These were the chief of the fathers of Ladan. The sons of Shimei, Jahath, Zena, and Jush, and Beriah. These were the sons of Shimei. And Jahath was the first, and Ziza the second, but Ziza died and left no sons. The sons of Jush, Shelah, and the second and the third. The sons of Beriah, Helem, and Naaman. Helem was the first, and Naaman the second. The sons of Haran, Jeshabib, and Jotham, and Malchijah, and Micah. The sons of Uzzah, Sherahiah, and Jeraham, and Elkanah. The sons of Shemaiah, Jehu and Zichri and Ebri, and Meshelemiah, and Mothred and Heleb, and Obed and Shechaniah. All these were the sons of Shimei, heads of their fathers' houses, mighty men of valor, as appears by their genealogies, of whom 22 captains and officers. And Jahath was the chief, and Zabad the second, and Jush and Beriah, according to their generations. These were the families of the Gershonites, according to their fathers' houses, and their branches, being men of might, able to bear burdens for their service in the tabernacle of the congregation. Concerning Kohath, the sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The sons of Amram, Aaron, and Moses. And Aaron took Elisheba, daughter of Amminadab, sister of Nashon, to wife, and she bare him Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. And the sons of Korah, Asur, and Elkanah, and Abiasaph, 3. These are the families of the Levites, according to their fathers. Of the sons of Kohath, Amminadab the firstborn, and Korah the second. Concerning Izhar, he had sons. Concerning Hebron, Jeriah the first, Amariah the second, Jahaziel the third, and Jechamim the fourth. Concerning Uzziel, Micah the first, and Ishia the second. The sons of Merari, Mali and Mushi. The sons of Mali, Libni and Shimei. The sons of Mushi, Mali, Eder, and Jerimoth. These were the Levites after the house of their fathers. Thus were they divided by lot, one sort with another, for the governors of the sanctuary, and governors of the house of God, were the sons of Kohath, and the sons of Merari. And Shebuel the son of Gershom, the son of Moses, was ruler of the treasures. And of the sons of Shebuel, Gershom the firstborn. And to Rehabiah, to the sons of Rehabiah were very many. Of the sons of Shelomith, Jahath the firstborn. These were the families of the Gershonites, according to their fathers' houses, and their branches, mighty men of valor, whose number was 18,600, fit for the service of the work of the house of the Lord. Concerning the sons of Kohath, their brethren, mighty men of valor, whose number was 8,600, fit for the service of the work of the house of the Lord. Concerning the sons of Merari, their brethren, mighty men of valor, whose number was 12,270. These were the Levites after the house of their fathers, mighty men of valor, fit for the service of the work of the house of the Lord. For through the promise of God these were appointed for the service of the house of the Lord, to stand every morning to thank and praise the Lord, and likewise at even, and to offer all burnt sacrifices unto the Lord in the Sabbaths, in the new moons, and on the set feasts by number, according to the order commanded unto them, continually before the Lord. These were the dwelling places of the Levites, according to their generations, by their fathers' houses, in their set office, according to the word of the Lord, throughout all the coasts of Israel. Now these are the divisions of the sons of Aaron. The sons of Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died before their father, and had no children. Therefore Eleazar and Ithamar executed the priest's office, and David distributed them. Both Zadok of the sons of Eleazar, and Ahimelech of the sons of Ithamar, according to their offices in their service. And there were more chief men found of the sons of Eleazar than the sons of Ithamar, and thus were they divided. Among the sons of Eleazar there were 16 chief men of the house of their fathers, and 8 among the sons of Ithamar, according to the house of their fathers. Thus were they divided by lot, one sort with another. For the governors of the sanctuary, and governors of the house of God, were the sons of Eleazar, and of the sons of Ithamar. And Shemaiah the scribe, who was of the sons of Asaph, the Levite, recorded their names in the presence of the king, and of the princes, and of Zadok the priest, and of Ahimelech the son of Abiathar, and of the chief of the fathers of the priests and Levites, one principal household being taken for Eleazar, and one taken for Ithamar. The first lot came out for Jehoiarib, the second to Jediah, the third to Haram, the fourth to Seorim, the fifth to Malchijah, the sixth to Mijamin, the seventh to Hakaz, the eighth to Abijah, the ninth to Jeshua, the 10th to Shechaniah, the 11th to Eliashib, the 12th to Jachim, the 13th to Huppah, the 14th to Jeshabib, the 15th to Bilgah, the 16th to Immer, the 17th to Hezer, the 18th to Aphzis, the 19th to Pethahiah, the 20th to Jehezekel, the 21st to Jachin, the 22nd to Gamul, the 23 to Delaiah, the 24 to Maaziah. This was the order of their service of their coming into the house of the Lord, according to their manner, under Aaron their father, as the Lord God of Israel had commanded him. Moreover, David and the captains of the host separated to the service of the sons of Asaph, and of Heman, and of Jeduthun, who should prophesy with harps, with psalteries, and with cymbals. And the number of the workmen according to their service was, of the sons of Asaph, Zachar, and Joseph, and Nethaniah, and Asherillah, the sons of Asaph under the hands of Asaph, who prophesied according to the order of the king. Of Jeduthun, the sons of Jeduthun, Gedaliah, and Zeri, and Jeshaiah, Hashabiah, and Mattathiah, 6, under the hands of their father Jeduthun, who prophesied with a harp, to give thanks and to praise the Lord. Of Heman, the sons of Heman, Bukiah, Mattaniah, Uzziel, Shebuel, and Jerimoth, Hananiah, Hanani, Eliathah, Gedalti, Romamtezer, Joshbekashah, Malothi, Hothar, and Mahaziath. All these were the sons of Heman, the king's seer in the words of God, to lift up the horn. And God gave Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. All these were under the hands of their father for song in the house of the Lord, with cymbals, psalteries, and harps, for the service of the house of God, according to the king's order to Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman. So the number of them, with their brethren that were instructed in the songs of the Lord, even all that were cunning, was 288. And they cast lots, ward against ward, as well the small as the great, the teacher as the scholar. Now the first lot came forth for Asaph to Joseph, the second to Gedaliah, he with his brethren and sons were 12. The third to Zachar, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The fourth to Isri, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The fifth to Nethaniah, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The sixth to Bukiah, he his sons, his brethren were 12. The seventh to Jeshurila, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The eighth to Jeshaiah, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The ninth to Mattaniah, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 10th to Shimei, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 11th to Azareel, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 12th to Hashabiah, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 13th to Shubael, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 14th to Mattathiah, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 15th to Jerimoth, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 16th to Hananiah, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 17th to Joshbekashah, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 18th to Hanani, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 19th to Malothi, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 20th to Eliathah, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 21 to Hothar, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 22 to Gedalti, he his sons and his brethren were 12. The 23 to Mahaziath, he his sons and his brethren were 12. These were the courses of the singers in the house of the Lord, according to their generations, under the hand of their father, for the service of the house of God, ward against ward, praising and giving thanks to the Lord, because he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. And with them their brethren of the second degree, Zechariah, Ben, and Jaziel, and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel, and Uni, Eliab, and Benaiah, and Messiah, and Mattathiah, and Eliphalet, and Micniah, and Obededom, and Jeiel, the porters. Concerning the divisions of the porters, of the Korites was Meshelemiah, the son of Kore, of the sons of Asaph. And the sons of Meshelemiah were Zechariah the firstborn, Jediel the second, Zebadiah the third, Jathniel the fourth, Elam the fifth, Johanan the sixth, Elioenai the seventh. Moreover, the sons of Obededom were Shemaiah the firstborn, Jehozabad the second, Joah the third, and Sakkar the fourth, and Nathaniel the fifth, Amiel the sixth, Issachar the seventh, Pilathai the eighth. For God bless them. Also unto Shemaiah his son were sons born, that ruled throughout the house of their father, for they were mighty men of valor. The sons of Shemaiah, Othni and Rephael and Obed and Elzabad, whose brethren were strong men, Elihu and Semachiah. All these are the sons of Obededom. They and their sons and their brethren, able men for strength of service, were 62 of Obededom. And Meshelemiah had sons and brethren, strong men 18. And Hosah of the children of Merari had sons. Simri the chief, though he was not the firstborn, but his father made him the chief. Hilkiah the second, Tebaliah the third, Zechariah the fourth. All the sons and brethren of Hosah were 13. Among these were the divisions of the porters, even among the chief men, having wards one against another, to minister in the house of the Lord. And they cast lots, as well the small as the great, according to the house of their fathers, for every gate. And the east gate fell to Shelemiah. Then they cast lots for his son Zechariah, a wise counselor, and his lot came out northward, to Obed-Edom southward, and to his sons the house of Suppim. To Shuppim and Hosah the lot came forth westward, with the gate Shalcheth, by the causeway of the going up, ward against ward. So there were 4 chief porters toward the east, 4 toward the north, 4 toward the south, and 4 toward the west. And among the Levites were porters for the instruments and for the vessels of the sanctuary, and in the chambers and among the treasuries of the house of God, and in the suburbs about Jerusalem dwelt the porters. And they lodged round about the house of God, because the charge was upon them, and the opening thereof every morning pertained to them. And certain of them had the charge of the ministering vessels, that they should bring them in and out by tale. Some of them also were appointed to oversee the vessels, and all the instruments of the sanctuary, and the fine flour, and the wine, and the oil, and the frankincense, and the spices. And some of the sons of the priests made the ointment of the spices. Mattathiah, one of the Levites, who was the firstborn of Shallum the Korahite, had the set office over things that were made in the pans. And other of their brethren, of the sons of the Kohathites, were over the showbread, to prepare it every Sabbath. And these are the singers, chief of the fathers of the Levites, who remaining in the chambers were free, for they were employed in that work day and night. These chief fathers of the Levites were chief throughout their generations. These dwelt at Jerusalem. And over the armies of Israel was Joab. Over the tribes of Israel, over the Reubenites, was Eleazar the son of Zichri. Of the Simonites, Shephatiah the son of Maachah. Of Levi, Hashabiah the son of Kemuel. Of Aaron, Zadok. Of Judah, Elihu, one of the brethren of David. Of Issachar, Omri the son of Michael. Of Zebulun, Ishmael the son of Obadiah. Of Naphtali, Jeremiah the son of Asbazad. Of the Manassites, one of the Ephraimites, Iddo the son of Zechariah. Of the half-tribe of Manasseh, Hodaviah the son of Shani. Of Benjamin, the prince, was Asna the son of Jeroham. Of Dan the prince, was Ahijah the son of Jeroham. Of Asher, the prince, was Jeholah the son of Zophah. Of Naphtali, the prince, was Jared the son of Zabdi. And over the king's treasures was Asmaveth the son of Adiel. And over the storehouses in the fields, in the cities, and in the villages, and in the castles, was Jehonathan the son of Uzziah. And over those that did the work of the field for tillage of the ground was Ezri the son of Caleb. And over the vineyards was Shimei the Ramathite. Over the increase of the vineyards for the wine cellars was Zabi the Shifmite. And over the olive trees and the sycamore trees that were in the low plains was Balanan the Gederite. And over the cellars of oil was Josh. And over the herds that fed in Sharon was Shitrai the Sharonite. And over the herds that were in the valleys was Shaphat the son of Adlai. And over the camels was Obal the Ishmaelite. And over the asses was Jediah the Meronothite. And over the flocks was Jazai the Hadrite. All these were the rulers of the substance, which was King David's. Moreover, Jehoshaphat the son of Ahilud was recorder, and Sheva was scribe. And Zadok and Abiathar were the priests, and Shapshah was scribe. And Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over the Cherethites and the Pelethites. And David's sons were chief about the king. Now these are the chief of the mighty men whom David had, who strengthened themselves with him in his kingdom, and with all Israel, to make him king, according to the word of the Lord concerning Israel. And this is the number of the mighty men whom David had: Jashabim, and Hachmonite, the chief of the captains. He lifted up a spear against 300 slain by him at one time. After him was Eleazar the son of Dodai, the Ahohite, one of the 3 mighty men with David, when they defied the Philistines that were there gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword. And the Lord wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to spoil. And after him was Shammah the son of Agi the Hararite. And the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where there was a piece of ground full of lentils. And the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the ground, and defended it, and slew the Philistines. And the Lord wrought a great victory. Then 3 of the 30 chief men went down to the rock to David, into the cave of Adullam, and the host of the Philistines encamped in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in the hold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed, and said, "Oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate." And the 3 mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem, that was by the gate, and took it, and brought it to David. Nevertheless he would not drink thereof, but poured out unto the Lord, and said, "My God forbid it me, that I should do this thing. Shall I drink the blood of these men that have put their lives in jeopardy? For with the jeopardy of their lives they brought it." Therefore he would not drink it. These things did these 3 mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among 3. And he lifted up his spear against 300, and slew them, and had the name among 3. Was he not most honorable of 3? Therefore he was their captain. Howbeit he attained not unto the first 3. Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. Also he went down and slew a lion in the midst of the pit in time of snow. And he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man. And the Egyptian had a spear in his hand. But he went down to him with a staff, and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among 3 mighty men. He was more honorable than the 30, but he attained not to the first 3. And David set him over his guard. And David assembled all the princes of Israel, the princes of the tribes, and the captains of the companies that ministered to the king by course, and the captains over thousands, and captains over hundreds, and the stewards over all the substance and possession of the king and of his sons, with the officers, and with the mighty men, and with all the valiant men, unto Jerusalem. Then David the king stood up upon his feet, and said, "Hear me, my brethren and my people. As for me, I had in mine heart to build an house of rest for the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and for the footstool of our God, and had made ready for the building. But God said unto me, Thou shalt not build an house for my name, because thou art a man of war, and hast shed blood. Howbeit the Lord God of Israel chose me before all the house of my father to be king over Israel forever. For he had chosen Judah to be the ruler, and of the house of Judah, the house of my father. And among the sons of my father he liked me to make me king over all Israel, and of all my sons, for the Lord hath given me many sons. He hath chosen Solomon my son, to sit upon the throne of the kingdom of the Lord over Israel. And he said unto me, Solomon thy son, he shall build my house and my courts, for I have chosen him to be my son, and I will be his father. Moreover, I will establish his kingdom forever, if he be constant to do my commandments and my judgments, as at this day. Now therefore in the sight of all Israel, the congregation of the Lord, and in the audience of our God, keep and seek for all the commandments of the Lord your God, that ye may possess this good land, and leave it for an inheritance for your children after you forever. And now, Solomon my son, know thou the God of thy father, and serve him with a perfect heart and with a willing mind. For the Lord searcheth all hearts, and understandeth all the imaginations of the thoughts. If thou seek him, he will be found of thee. But if thou forsake him, he will cast thee off forever. Take heed now, for the Lord hath chosen thee to build an house for the sanctuary. Be strong and do it. And David gave to Solomon his son the pattern of the porch, and of the houses thereof, and of the treasuries thereof, and of the upper chambers thereof, and of the inner parlors thereof, and of the place of the mercy seat, and the pattern of all that he had by the Spirit, of the courts of the house of the Lord, and of all the chambers round about, of the treasuries of the house of God, and of the treasuries of the dedicated things, also for the courses of the priests and the Levites, and for all the work of the service of the house of the Lord, and for all the vessels of the service in the house of the Lord. He gave of gold by weight for things of gold, for all instruments of all manner of service. Silver also for all instruments of silver by weight, for all instruments of every kind of service. Even a weight for candlesticks of gold, and for their lamps of gold, by weight for every candlestick, and for the lamps thereof, and for the candlesticks of silver by weight, both for the candlestick, and also for the lamps thereof, according to the use of every candlestick. And by weight he gave gold for the tables of showbread, for every table, and likewise silver for the tables of silver. Also pure gold for flesh hooks, and the bowls, and the cups, and for the golden basins he gave weight for every basin, likewise silver by weight for every basin of silver, and for the altar of incense refined gold by weight, and gold for the pattern of the chariot of the cherubims that spread out their wings, and covered the ark of the covenant of the Lord. All this, said David, the Lord made me understand in writing by his hand upon me, even all the works of this pattern. And David said to Solomon his son, Be strong and of good courage, and do it. Fear not, nor be dismayed, for the Lord God, even my God, will be with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee, until thou hast finished all the work for the service of the house of the Lord. And behold, the courses of the priests and the Levites, even they shall be with thee for all matters of the service of the house of God, and there shall be with thee for all manner of workmanship every willing, skillful man, for any manner of service. Also the princes and all the people will be holy at thy commandment. Moreover, David the king said unto all the congregation, Solomon my son, whom alone God hath chosen, is yet young and tender, and the work is great. For the palace is not for man, but for the Lord God. Now I have prepared with all my might for the house of my God the gold for things to be made of gold, and the silver for things of silver, and the brass for things of brass, the iron for things of iron, and wood for things of wood, onyx stones, and stones to be set, glistering stones, and of divers colors, and all manner of precious stones, and marble stones in abundance. Moreover, because I have set my affection to the house of my God, I have of mine own proper good, of gold and silver, which I have given to the house of my God, over and above all that I have prepared for the holy house, even 3,000 talents of gold, of the gold of Ophir, and 7,000 talents of refined silver, to overlay the walls of the houses withal, the gold for things of gold, and the silver for things of silver, and for all manner of work to be made by the hands of artificers. And who then is willing to consecrate his service this day unto the Lord? Then the chief of the fathers and princes of the tribes of Israel, and the captains of thousands and of hundreds, with the rulers of the king's work, offered willingly, and gave for the service of the house of God of gold 5,000 talents and 10,000 drams, and of silver 10,000 talents, and of brass 18,000 talents, and 100,000 talents of iron. And they with whom precious stones were found gave them to the treasure of the house of the Lord, by the hand of Jehiel the Gershonite. Then the people rejoiced, for that they offered willingly, because with perfect heart they offered willingly to the Lord. And David the king also rejoiced with great joy. Wherefore David blessed the Lord before all the congregation. And David said, Blessed be thou, Lord God of Israel our Father, for ever and ever. Thine, O Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty. For all that is in heaven and the earth is thine. Thine is the kingdom, O Lord, and thou art exalted as head above all. Both riches and honor come of thee, and thou reignest over all. And in thine hand is power and might. And in thine hand is to make great and to give strength unto all. Now therefore, our God, we thank thee, and praise thy glorious name. But who am I, and what is my people, that we should be able to offer so willingly after this sort? For all things come of thee, and of thine own have we given thee. For we are strangers before thee and sojourners, as were all our fathers. Our days on the earth are as a shadow, and there is none abiding. O Lord our God, all this store that we prepare to build thee an house for thine holy name cometh of thine hand, and is all thine own. I know also, my God, that thou treatest the heart, and hast pleasure in uprightness. As for me, in the uprightness of mine heart I have willingly offered all these things. And now have I seen with joy thy people, which are present here, to offer willingly unto thee, O Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel, our fathers. Keep this forever in the imagination of the thoughts of the heart of thy people, and prepare their heart unto thee. And give unto Solomon my son a perfect heart, to keep thy commandments, thy testimonies, and thy statutes, and to do all these things, and to build the palace, for the which I have made provision. And David said to all the congregation, Now bless the Lord your God. And all the congregation blessed the Lord God of their fathers, and bowed down their heads, and worshipped the Lord and the king. And they sacrificed sacrifices unto the Lord, and offered burnt offerings unto the Lord on the morrow after that day, even 1,000 bullocks, 1,000 rams, and 1,000 lambs, with their drink offerings and sacrifices in abundance for all Israel, and did eat and drink before the Lord on that day with great gladness. And they made Solomon the son of David king the second time, and anointed him unto the Lord to be the chief governor, and Zadok to be priest. And Solomon sat on the throne of the Lord as king instead of David his father. And all Israel obeyed him. And the princes and the mighty men, and all the sons of King David submitted themselves unto King Solomon. And the Lord magnified Solomon exceedingly in the sight of all Israel, and bestowed upon him such royal majesty as had not been on any king before him in Israel. Thus David the son of Jesse reigned over all Israel. And the time that he reigned over Israel was 40 years. 7 years reigned he in Hebron, and 33 years reigned he in Jerusalem. And he died in a good old age, full of days, riches, and honor. And Solomon his son reigned in his stead. And the acts of David the king, first and last, behold, they are written in the book of Samuel the seer, and in the book of Nathan the prophet, and in the book of Gad the seer, with all his reign and his might, and the time that went over him, and over Israel, and over all the kingdoms of the countries.